Hi, welcome to Another Thing You Know. Your government ID, immigration documents, civil or criminal records most likely will have fingerprints as one of the main identification proof. If you have watched a crime thriller in the last few years, you know that fingerprints and their identification is one of the first clues that the authorities look for in their search. So what role do these tiny marks on our hands play? Fingerprints on your hand are the one unique thing about you. No one in the past, present, or future has or will have the same exact fingerprints as you. They are even more unique than DNA, genetic material in each of our cells. Though identical twins can share the same DNA, they can't have the same fingerprints. To understand why this is the case and how they are formed, let's first look into what exactly are these patterns on your hands. Fingerprints, simply put, are ridges on your skin and can be of one of these three patterns. Loops that begin from one side of the finger and exit the other, whorls, which are circular or spiral patterns, and arches that slope upward and then downward like narrow mountains. Go ahead, pause this video and check for yourself. Your fingerprints most likely will fall under one of these patterns. And before you play back, do remember to click that like button. Even though there are only three patterns of these ridges, it is the shape, size, arrangement, and the number of lines that differ for each individual, making the fingerprint unique. Your fingerprints begin to form before you were actually born. When a fetus starts to grow, the outside layer of its skin is smooth. But after about 10 weeks, a deeper layer of the skin, called the basal layer, starts growing faster than the layers above it, which makes it fold, turn, and twist. The expanding lower layer ends up scrunched between the outside layer, and it is these irregularities that start the formation of fingerprints. These folds eventually cause the surface layers of the skin to fold, and by the time a fetus is about 17 weeks old, which is about halfway through a pregnancy, its fingerprints are set. This entire formation process might sound random, but your genes, size of patterns, veins, etc. all determine the fingerprints that you eventually carry constantly throughout your life. This process is not unique to humans only. Other animals like apes and monkeys also have the same process and unique set of fingerprints. So do these fingerprints have any use? People have long thought that fingerprints provide the friction that helps our hands grip objects. But some studies have shown that they do not really help in holding objects. Fingerprints are mostly used these days as biometric authentication levers. They can be used in forensics to identify fingerprints on fossils, map to a child and access their immunization records, or simply unlock your phone. But no matter what the type and the size of these unique ridges that you might have, they are the one guaranteed uniqueness about you. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.